Well, look, what I wanted to do more than anything, I hope you all had a chance to watch the convocation video. I am shocked how few people want to take advantage of the opportunity to drink alcohol at 11 in the morning without sort of general judgment. As I've often said to human beings before, it's usually the only reason I play golf is you can have a beer at 9 in the morning and no one thinks it's inappropriate. Well, it also turns out that our second virtual graduation, hey Les, is another fantastic opportunity for people to grab a glass of something with alcohol in it of any kind. I hope somebody's doing shots of mezcal and congratulating yourselves on number one, watching an hour-long video, which I hope you all tremendously enjoyed. I hope, and everybody here has to say that the best part was not for once Doug's comments, but Les Schiefelbein's comments. Obviously spectacular lesson. So thank you for talking to our graduates about that. And so before we open it up to let everybody hopefully talk a little bit more about how cold they are or about family strife over the thermostat, I'm not judging. What I really wanted to do was just have all of us that are here. We have faculty, we've got staff, we have our graduation speaker, we have graduates as well of the class of 2021, and just start off by saying cheers to all of you. It has been an extraordinarily complicated year, and you have shown the kind of perseverance and we think grit that should take you forward. That was for you, Zach Kramer, in the rest of your careers. So cheers to the ASU Law class of 2021. You are an unbelievable bunch. Congratulations on your graduation.
Congratulations.
Cheers. Cheers.
You know, I got to say, a little alcohol when you haven't eaten anything all morning except coffee. This is going to be some fun lunch meetings. All right, this is going to be good. So that was it. That was what I really wanted to do, was just make sure you know that we wished we could all be together. I know you all wish you could have more of your classmates here in person to, you know, reminisce a little bit and talk about what you're all doing next. But we thought we would try and convene a group here and see if there are things going on. So let me ask a particular question. And I saw Lori's here. Hi, Lori. I don't know if your audio works, but what are you going to do for the rest of the day? Are you going to find a way to celebrate? Because normally, right, we have to, at least half of you get arrested within 24 hours of your graduation. So I'm curious whether you have a plan to celebrate.
I'm going to celebrate tonight. I actually took the morning off. I work remotely. I work with San Juan College in Farmington, New Mexico. And I live in Rio Rancho, New Mexico. So I took the morning off so I could, you know, attend as much as I could. And being an online student as well is a little different. I graduated from UNM. I got my bachelor's with them, and it was a lot of fun. And this is different and new. I'm glad to be a part of it. But yeah, I think this evening, I don't know, maybe 4, I'll start, you know, getting in the jolly spirit.
Well, I hope that, you know, I hope there's at least a, you know, some gathering of friends and family that you'll have an opportunity to celebrate a little bit with. Is that going to happen?
So I spent the weekend with my family up in the Four Corners region, and we did a little get together, but right here I have my boyfriend and my kids with me. So yeah, it'll just be us, my little family.
Wow, that's great. I'm glad to hear. And how about you, Adina? I mean, is it going to be a temperature fight, or is it going to be, you know, a celebration of some kind?
So I have one of my friends here actually watching this with me. So we're both.
Hey, friend.
What?
The friend at the moment. Oh my God! Look, it's a human being. That was like Zeus-like. You just came out of the sky, and there you were.
So she
and
just
gone again.
School, and so we're both kind of celebrating finishing school right now.
Yeah.
And so, what is your friend's name?
Sophia.
Sophia, you just graduated from where? Did I hear?
From nursing at NYU, Northern Myers.
Congratulations! Wow. Yeah. See, we should have just combined people from any department into one virtual convocation. That would have been fun. Well, congratulations. So, how are you going to celebrate?
We were actually just going to go to the grocery store and get some fish.
Yeah, make dinner.
So,
yeah.
is
simple
great?
day, relaxing, running errands, and yeah.
Oh, there's Lori's little family getting together. There we go.
Aw.
So I don't know, Wayne, I can see you. We'll ask, what's your plan?
Well, I think most immediately I got to take my COVID puppy Arlo to the park because he's currently destroying a toy. He has some pent up energy. That's why I keep looking down. By the way, if you think
We weren't trying to guess. I had my own thoughts, but I'm glad you clarified.
I thought he was working out.
Where's Arlo?
I mean, I do have to work out too. Arlo is, I don't know where he went. He's not in my office at the moment though. He has destroyed. Let me grab it real quick.
Sure.
He has ripped off the arm of a frog toy.
Oh yeah.
So he needs to go to the park to tire him out. And then the second is I just have a bunch of fellowship applications I have to power through.
Get to work. Not even a day's rest, Wayne, I tell you.
I get bored quickly, Dean Sylvester, so that just doesn't happen.
So Les, I know it's been about 6 or 7 years since you graduated from law school, but what did you do after graduation to celebrate? Do you remember?
Yeah, I didn't have a graduation. Remember, I told you that.
Oh, well, tell the story. They don't know.
Actually, not only didn't go to graduation, I had a military commitment, so I finished law school in 2.5 years. I had to go each summer, and so I finished in December, and I came back and I took the Arizona bar exam in early March, and I think we got the results then at the end of March.
Yeah.
And then at the end of April, I was on active duty as a captain in the Air Force. So not only did I not have a commencement, I told Tom I don't even have a law degree. Because with all my moving around, I think the post office never caught up to me. So Tom promised me a couple years ago, I was up wandering around and he intercepted me on the top floor of the law school, and he kindly told me that when and if I wanted a law degree, I could have one.
I think we should take care of that for you, Les.
Well, that's okay.
Not the degree, the diploma.
No. Now, if you give me a degree, then I can't tell the story anymore. Okay.
You could tell the story about, decades later, we finally delivered on a promise. So there's value in that.
So I had more weighty things to think about in those days than what I
Understood.
was going to have for that day. So, but I must say, I couldn't be happier that you asked me to do this, and I did include in my remarks, this is my first commencement from the law school also.
That's right.
I'm so happy to join everybody.
Well, I just want our current graduates to know that
Yeah.
we love you way more than the administration did back then, because they didn't have a December graduation. So now,
Yeah.
look, anytime you graduate, I will drink to
Yeah.
your health. I promise.
Well,
So
I
I'm gonna-
must,
Go ahead.
in reflection, I am very much struck by the achievement of not only of the administration and faculty and leadership of the law school, but I think more importantly, on the remarks that were made by the 3 students this morning. Wayne was one of them, if I
Mhm.
recall. He was out on his back porch at that time, I think.
That's correct. I just renovated my backyard, so I wanted to show it off, to be honest.
Who did you work with in Silicon Valley? Because I live in Los Gatos.
Okay, so my godfather, who I was just emailing back and forth with, also lives in Los Gatos on top of Summit Road in the Santa Cruz Mountains. But I worked at Cisco Systems and then 2 startups in San Francisco.
Okay. Well, the only guy I know that lives in up on top of Summit Mountain in that was one of the co-founders of Apple. So
Oh, Steve, yeah.
we're not talking about Steve, are we?
No, we are not. Actually, my godfather lives about a mile away from Waz. Apparently, I've never met Waz, but my godfather knows him very well.
I've only met him once, and it was in a line for airport security, and I introduced myself, and I was chiding him because in his published works, he is clear that he and Steve Jobs purloined spare parts from a industrial concern in Silicon Valley, Lockheed, for which I worked for a career. So I was saying we had some hand in their start in making elementary computers. So very good. But I enjoyed your remarks very much.
Thank you.
You know? But the
I
students,
would like to meet Waz once, just so we're all clear, you know, if you're on it, this could happen.
Well,
you
if
know, he's a very
maybe we can make that happen.
he's a very eclectic guy, and you know, I don't know him that well, but I do know some people that know him. Maybe we could work something up for the law school. But he dropped out of college to put Apple together, and then later in his career, he went back to Cal Berkeley, but he didn't use his name. He used an alias because he didn't want everyone in the classroom to know exactly who he was.
Yeah, my name's not actually Doug Sylvester, but that's for different reasons.
Yeah, but we checked that out. We knew that. But the students are today, not only this, they're smarter and more thoughtful and have a more of a global outreach and view of life. Doug, you and the team have brought to them, you know, resources that match any law school across the globe.
I agree.
I mean, I would tell you when I was there, we didn't have people who came in and you could, you know, walk up, introduce yourself, and find a mentor for a lifetime. I mean, at best, you'd get an individual from maybe someone from the Supreme Court in Arizona, but you wouldn't bring somebody in from London or Paris or something like that. I mean, the resources that you and the team bring in today are just, you know, mind-boggling in comparison. And I repeat it. I mean, I do an awful lot of talking at law schools across the globe, and you are unparalleled in the outreach you have for the benefit of your students.
Well, that's very kind. And I have to say, the quality of our students embarrasses me on a near daily basis, only in the sense that I don't belong in their community. But I mean, part of what I think is so fantastic is we have Lori here, right? So we have this great online community that's from all over the country and a few from all over the world. So we bring in people, you know, at the student level with unbelievably perspective. You know, they've done incredible things. They're going to continue to do incredible things. So I love the kind of breadth and diversity that we've created among our student body, as well as the resources that we're able to bring in to connect them to. Doesn't make much sense to bring in unbelievable people from all over the world if you're just talking to idiots like me. So we have amazing students that they can connect with and become really inspired by. And, you know, I'm now second longest serving dean here at ASU. I think I'm now officially the longest serving dean in ASU law history. I had it down to like the day, and I think it was like a week ago that I passed Trish White. And I stick around mainly because the students just keep getting better and better and better. The staff and faculty just kind of middling still, but the students are just spectacular. And so they're a consistent, amazing thing to be part of this community and have them go off and do wonderful things. So couldn't be more proud to be part of that community.
Well,
I don't know if others here wanted to say anything on this.
I wanted to ask Adina, is she actually in some Mediterranean or Hawaiian locale, or is that just a Zoom backdrop?
So this is just a backdrop. It's a picture I took from a cruise from like beginning of this January. And I actually got really sick right after that cruise. And I'm starting to think that maybe it was some kind of version of coronavirus going around already.
No one at ASU has ever gotten coronavirus. Don't even joke about it. It doesn't happen here. We've solved it.
It was end of December that we went. And I just remember I was very sick after. I couldn't move. I was stuck in bed for a week. So
was there a stop in Wuhan? Just checking.
No, but there were quite a few tour groups of people from different parts of the world. So I don't know.
Let me
Don't
just
know.
let you know, you were on a cruise. So you
In
got something.
December.
I mean, that's what cruises are for. It's not necessarily coronavirus. They develop their own special strains. You just want to stay off the Viking cruises. They've got some Danish diseases you don't want. So they just
no.
keep them. So, well, that looks like it was an amazing trip, I have to say.
Doug,
Yeah.
my last comment, I want to thank Austin and Boyd also. They do a first-class job. It was just, I watched the entire video this morning, or the YouTube, and they do a great job.
I'm
Thank you so much.
glad I
Thank
watched
you.
it as well, and it's
Thank you.
fantastic. And
Oh.
you know, Boyd knows just when to cut me off, and so it's great. Great editing skills there, Boyd. Really tremendous. And
Thank you.
Wayne, let me just tell you one more time, straight from Michael Crow. No, you didn't.
No, I didn't what exactly?
You didn't have COVID-19. There's just no way. No one at ASU has ever had it or ever will.
You can ping. I will give you verbal authorization to look up my medical records with the health services.
I'm joking. I'm not serious. My brother and his girlfriend have it right now. They just tested positive, but they're in New York. And the insanity of this is they've had it for at least 10 days. That's how long it took to get a test. That's how long it took them to get their results. And my brother's girlfriend works as a bartender. And so unfortunately, she was not allowed to not come to work until she could show a positive test. So for 10 days, she was clearly, so this is what's wrong in the world. This is
There's
insane.
lots of things that are wrong in the world, if you ask me.
Crazy.
That
You're going to fix them all, Wayne.
We're now empowered to go fix.
Wayne, you're going to fix them all. That's your only obligation.
Vote me into the White House.
And not get paid. That's the way it's going to have to work. Does anybody else want to say anything or jump in? Tom or Austin or Boyd or Annie, anybody? We're just having a group here.
Lonnie, do you want to say anything?
There we go. If I remember how to, you'd think by now I would know how to unmute myself.
Remember that middling comment?
Yeah, I know. Low bar around here.
Yeah.
No, I just, on a more slightly sappy note, but I've just been so incredibly impressed with all of our students this last year. When things have been really difficult, and even when things are happening that you don't agree with or don't understand or are struggling with, I've been so impressed with the way our students have pulled together and supported each other. And I think it just, even, our caliber of our students has gone up, but the ethos has remained, which is the care for one another and really speaking up for those that aren't speaking up for themselves. And I think that's always been a hallmark of this law school since you've been here and since I can remember. And I'm just really proud of all of you. And I hope that continues as you move forward. And I have faith that it will, given that it did in this horrible time that we've been having, that you will all continue that as you go on with your careers and continue to take care of one another. So thank you for being here with us, and congratulations.
Incredibly well said. Thanks, Lonnie.
Kind of makes me feel like I shouldn't say anything after that.
Yeah, just keep it short, Tom.
Keep it short. I just want to say that I wish you all the best, and I hope you all be successful, but also don't think like you should run away from the law school at this point. We're going to be here. We'd be happy to have you back at any time. Contact us if you need something. The career services folks will be working with you today, but also 10 years from now, if you need a connection, if you need to have us involved in what you're doing. So please feel free to keep in touch, come back to lots of events.
Yeah.
Hopefully someday we'll have another event, but when that happens, we'd love to.
Can I just say how unbelievably auspicious that today's graduation is the first day of vaccinations as well. Like what a day of, in all honesty, like I'm almost a little sappy for me. It's just unbelievably inspiring to see that both things occur on the same day, and optimism and hope in a way that has not really been around the last 7-8 months is suddenly there today. It's kind of incredible. So yeah, hopefully we'll have some events, Tom.
Yep, we can see you all again. We'd love to see you.
Yeah. We've said many times, and I really hope you listen when I say this. for your first few years after graduation, your whole attitude to the law school should be, what can we do for you? It really should be. How can we help? How can we, give you free alcohol at 11 in the morning, whatever it is you need from us. Always let us know how we can help you in any way. And then at some point, Les, we come knocking on your door and say, hey, how can you help us? And people like Les have been spectacular in helping the law school and helping the next generation of students. And so for the first few years, we will not be bugging you, I promise. Bug us and let us know how we can continue to help you advance in your careers. So I don't know, Lauren, did you have anything? Annie, did you want to say something? I know you work with students at every level and can't hear you, Annie. You're not on mute, but I can't hear you.
Middling, Doug, middling.
Middling, seriously. Well, you can put it in the chat, Annie. I don't know. Go with that. Lauren?
Well, those of us who went to law school, this is a great flashback for getting called on unexpectedly. And it goes to show you that it won't stop now that you've graduated. You may or may not randomly be called on to speak for the rest of your lives. I echo what everyone has said. I tend to be someone who goes to any and all meetings, toasts, and speeches of Doug's, not only because I work for him, though there are days where that is a good motivator, but usually because I am a proud alum of this law school who has experienced all the good in this institution myself and continue to, not just in the day job, but welcome to our alumni community. And we're excited to continue watching all the good things you accomplish while we hang out in this building or in our home offices, while you go save the world and fix all of its problems. We will be here drinking at 11 in support of your great accomplishment.
Just for you. We do it just for you.
Always.
So Joseph, I don't know if can you hear us? Because I know you've been sort of in and out and maybe having some ways of connecting. Can you hear us? Mr. Carpenos, if I could go with that.
That's actually my cousin. I thought I could invite a few guests. I wasn't sure what was the link.
Sort of, it seemed to, yeah, so there we go. So look at you, you got a team of people. Well, I'll tell you my quick law school graduation story. And it's not going to surprise anyone, is it involves a character and fitness moment. But we actually just went out, there was this one restaurant with my family and my girlfriend at the time, now my current wife, and we all went out to this restaurant. And I'll admit, probably had a little, I'd started at 11 a.m. To do my own personal toasts and had a little bit to drink. And all I remember at one point is we were just chatting at this table. And I guess I can be loud. Tom, do you agree that my voice can carry times? No. Austin does not agree at all. No. All of these people are paid by me. Les, can my voice carry? Because I don't pay you.
Loud and clear, but always very thoughtful.
Well, I don't know about that. So all that happened at dinner that night was quite funny. Is at one point me going, I remember saying out loud, it's like, I can't believe it. I'm actually going to be a lawyer. And this guy who was having dinner with his wife next to me leans over and says, yeah, but you're so obnoxious. No one's ever going to hire you. That was my graduation night. That's a true story. My older brother, who was also a little bit inebriated at the time, nearly jumped over and punched the guy. So it became a very classy dinner that got a little bit out of control. And so we were asked to leave and I never went back. But that was my graduation from the spectacularly lowly ranked University Buffalo College of Law. So that's where I graduated from. And I never go back because they've never done anything for me. So there you go. All righty. Well, any last comments from our grads, cousins of grads, friends of grads? I mean, it's really the Adina show. It's like 80% of people that are here are yours, Adina. So any last comments from anybody? And then we're going to need to wrap it up. All right, I get the last comment then. Does that work? Seriously, class of 2021, I really have nothing. I don't want to say congratulations. I really want to say thank you for everything you've done for this law school. I mean it sincerely. You've taught me a tremendous amount of patience and perseverance. You will forever be the COVID class of 21 and the class that just would not let the world get in the way of what you wanted to accomplish. So you should be extraordinarily proud. We are proud of you. And please stay in touch and let us know how we can help. And go out and celebrate tonight, however you can. All right? I really hope. Thank you, Austin. Thanks, Boyd. Thanks, everybody, for being here. Congratulations. I did say it. And best of luck in the world.
Thank you. Congratulations also.
Thank you, Les.
Bye-bye.
Congratulations.